Hey friends, I'm Kat. Welcome to my channel and to a new video. So we are in the last week of June right now. It is Monday, June 24th. So we have like just under a week left of the month. And I want to do the last week of every month to have a little video where I am trying to complete all my reading goals and just, reading as many things as possible and trying to get like all of my current reads off my plate just so that I can go into every month with a clean slate. So we're gonna call these like my little clean slate vlogs. So at the moment I have about 8 books on the go and I do want to make some progress in those, but also I am participating in the Amazing Readathon this month and we're in the last week. So I want to really intensely read a bunch of books that I can count towards my team, which is teen sci-fi, and just try to like rack up as many points as possible. So I'm going to be reading a crazy amount this week just to try and like get as many things as I can to count towards that. And on top of that, I really want to start making more effort into the Summer of Romantasy Readathon, which is hosted by Tori Between Pages and taking place on June and July of this summer. So that one just has 35 romantasy prompts and you're supposed to be reading, well, how I'm doing it is I'm trying to read a book for each prompt. So I think I have like 5 done so far out of 35. So I have like a lot that I want to hit and I'm really hoping that I can go into July with like less than 30 books that I need to read. So I want to read a bunch of romantasy. I want to read a bunch of things for the Amazing Readathon, and I have a few other videos that are coming up soon that I have planned that I want to get ahead of the reading for. So I want to start filming those, get a few things pre-filmed, and like get the books read for that I need to for those. So basically, welcome to the video. We're just going to try and be as productive as possible and really just get a bunch of shit done. So good things is that I'm working a half day on Tuesday, I have Wednesday off, and then I can get a bunch of stuff done. Also this weekend is a 48-hour readathon for the Romantasy Readathon. May do a separate video for that, might be included in this. We'll see how I'm feeling, we'll see how long this is, what's going on. But yeah, welcome to today's video. Let's just start reading. I have so much to do and really excited to get to all these books. The one that I am reading right now and that I really want to get through is Into the Drowning Deep by Mayor Grant, who's Shauna McGuire. This was like, I'm 50% into it, and this is like one of the creepiest horror books I've ever read. It's told in like, so basically there had been this expedition that like was kind of like, let's go look for mermaids, and it was a film crew and a bunch of scientists who went along, and they all disappeared. And this footage came out that everybody in the world basically believes was faked, but it was basically these like mermaid beings who, like these monsters that come in, and you can kind of see them like killing off the crew, and everybody thinks it was just like crazy special effects. But what the world doesn't know is that it was actually like it really happened. And now we're following another crew 10 years later who are going in to be like, let's see if they're actually, let's like disprove this, let's prove if something's actually happening, like if it really is, like if it's real, like let's see if we can find the proof of these mermaids. It's so creepy, it's so good. Like I am absolutely loving this one, and I'm reading this for the Amazing Readathon specifically because the host Brie, whose page is 4 Paws in a Book, I think that's what it's called, I'll link it down below. This is one that she gave 5 stars, so I can get a bunch of points for reading this book, and I'm so excited to finish it. It is like honestly kind of consuming my mind right now because it's so creepy, but it's so good. So I'm gonna read that. I have a bunch of like things I have to update in my reading journal. Just we have a lot going on this week, so I'm gonna start reading and I might check in later, might be tomorrow, but see you soon. Hey friends, hello. Coffee time. So what day? It's Tuesday now. It's about 4 p.m. What did I do? I only worked a half day today because I had a procedure done and wasn't really up to going to work after it. So did that. Honestly, like was feeling a little out of it. So I treated myself to some book shopping afterwards, which I'll show you guys in a moment what I got. But that was kind of my like reward for getting through that. And then just got home and napped for like 2 hours. So we're at 4 now and just kind of getting back into the day and getting ready to do some other stuff. Don't really have much that I need to do tonight. I want to film a book haul, maybe we'll see. And otherwise I'm kind of just like giving myself the night off from doing anything else. So I think I'm probably just gonna read quite a bit, not like really not feeling up to anything else. So this actually might just be my like super chill reading night, get ahead on a bunch of things I'm reading, which I am 81% into the Drowning Deep. Fantastic. This book is so good. Would highly recommend. It is like killer mermaids attacking a science vessel, and it is like one of the the most like creepy, sea-staring books ever. If you're one of those people who's like, the depths of the world sound incredibly interesting, but also terrifying, and everything about it seems so scary, but also so cool. Yeah, this is one for you. Like, it's just so cool. I wasn't in the mood for it last night though, so I did, instead of continuing on literally anything else that I was reading, I started another book, which is called The Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate. Genuinely enjoying this quite a bit. I'm 36% in. It's on Kindle Unlimited, and it is a, well, supernatural kind of romance. Of course, it has an alpha, a shifter, like a wolf shifter pack, and in this world, female wolves basically shift when they recognize their mate, and like immediately after that they recognize their mate, blah blah blah. Their mate is like, I don't know if it's like your soulmate or more of just like, this is the person that you will have babies with. It's kind of like the world, they all seem a little confused, like nobody knows the true purpose of mating, but our main character is at like the absolute bottom of the pack. She is injured, like she was injured as a child and never has had functioning use of her leg ever since, and she never shifted even though she's 27. Usually female wolves shift around like 16, 17. She's never shifted, and she's just kind of like at the very bottom of the pack. But there's one day that something happened. She kind of like, she and the alpha really like look into each other's eyes, and then she recognizes him as her mate and shifts, but he doesn't recognize her as his mate and rejects her outright on the spot. And it's kind of, now he is coming to realize that like, oh, he can't get her out of his head. There is something actually there, though she went to a witch to have this mate bond removed. So there is something, like he is suddenly very into this mating, and she is just like, it's gone from her. I'm enjoying it. It just has like fun vibes. It's my kind of what I'm going for in a paranormal romance, of a like controlling alpha and, you know, just a fun love story maybe. Like it doesn't have that much content, that it doesn't have that much to it, but I'm enjoying what there is. And I did grab like a very big pile of books, like actually kind of ridiculous, but the majority of these were on sale for like $6 where I went, so I couldn't really help myself. Okay, so first off, I got, how many? Like 8 books in a series. And this is the Kate Daniels series by Ione Andrews. This is genuinely like one of my favorite series in the world. Like I genuinely think that this is one of the most underrated fantasy romances and one of the best that has ever come out. And I've literally never seen these at a used bookstore before, so why not get 8 of them? These were like the only ones that they had there, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I definitely would love to have copies of them all. Like the covers are terrible. We can very much say that. Like, come on, this is a terrible cover, but the series is incredible. Like, don't let the covers scare you off from it, because it is fantastic. It's just like the covers did them dirty. So I have those. Then I got 2 Robin Hobb books, Dragon Keeper, Dragon Haven. They are book 2 and 3 in the Rain Wilds Chronicles. I'm slowly making my way through well, I guess right now I'm on the Farseer trilogy, but just in general, I'm slowly making my way through all of Robin Hobb's books and collecting them as I go. So these 2 editions just look really pretty. Honestly, like the nicest editions I've ever seen at a used bookstore, so decided why not. I got 1 random Dune World book. So this is The Winds of Dune, Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. I don't know where this takes place in the Dune extended world. I know, so Brian Herbert, this is Paul Herbert's son, and he continued on a lot of books in the Dune world. So I don't know where this takes place, but oh, that's way more money. I thought this was only $5. It was actually $15. My bad. I literally was only buying this because it was $5, but I messed up that price. But anyways, I have it. I think this can be another one of those series that I'm just going to collect as I find them. And I do want to get all of the extended world books and just like keep finding all of them. Maggie Moves On by Lucy Score. Never seen a Lucy Score book in a thrift shop before, but this is a house flipping sensation who is starting on her next project. Anyways, I like Lucy Score books, so why not? I also like really don't have that many romance books on my shelf, so figured why not. And the last one I get, like I really went hard, is Oath of Fealty by Elizabeth Moon. I really don't know much about this except that it is the first book in a series, but so we're returning to a realm that she's written a series in before, so I might actually not be able to read this yet. I'm gonna have to look into it because I think this might be like a continuation in a world kind of, but the edition is fantastic. And Elizabeth Moon is someone who I've been wanting to get into their works for a while now because just some of the books sound really, really interesting. So figured why not? There's also like incredibly good editions of this. So why not? This could be my excuse to like actually get into this world. So that was my little post appointment book haul, which definitely didn't need to do, but I'm like happy with it at least. I think I'm gonna film an actual book haul today, and like I have like a really concerning amount of packages. Like I think I see eight packages right now, and all of them I'm sure have multiple books. I know there's a few book outlets hauls that have like probably 7 or 8 books in each of them, but I'm like a little scared to do this book haul and see how many books I've bought in the last month, but I think I really need to film it. So we are coming at you at about 8:30 Wednesday night. So today we had people in the house installing AC, so I didn't really like feel like speaking to a camera because I felt way too awkward to talk to it the whole time. So kind of just did my own thing all day. I was off work too, and then had a massage at 5 and kind of just sitting down now to like update on things. But I did a bunch of reading. So I don't think I updated on it yesterday, but I finished reading Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. This was so good. So good. Like I find that this is Shada McGuire, and I find that her books are such like a fantastic blend of science fiction and actual science, and this was such a great example of it because we're following scientists on this expedition to see if mermaids are real. There had been some things that happened in the past that kind of like made it seem like they might exist, and now this crew is going out. Like there is a film crew and also a huge group of scientists who are going out to see if they can find them, and it very quickly develops into like a intensely horror book, but at the same time it's like really just like pure science. We're following all these scientists, we're following all of this interesting stuff that they're doing, and all of the like scientific methods as they're going through to try and like first off find the mermaids, find like information about them, learn about them, and then add a time to try and communicate with them. And I thought this was so good. So it was honestly like immediate 5 stars. I could tell so quickly that like that this book was gonna be fantastic, and yeah, it was 5 stars. It was so good. And then I did read some other stuff today. So I finished reading, what's it called? The Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate. I finished reading that, giving it 4 stars. Like weirdly it is 4 stars for me. Like I think that was actually super fun. We're just following like this wolf pack. There is an alpha and a wolf who shifts like and recognizes that this alpha is her mate, and he rejects her and then realizes that she is his mate and is working to try and like win her back over. Surprisingly good. It like wasn't anything crazy, it wasn't anything that intense. It was just a fun time. And so this one's I'm going to use for the Summer of Romantasy. I just need to figure out like what prompt I'm going to fit this one into, which let me actually take a little look, because so I finished that one. Then I did finish another Romantasy today as well. Like I had a great reading day. I finished the Frost Queen's Blade, which I'm reading for a new Romantasy reading vlog, which I'll need to update as soon as I'm done this. But that one gave 4 stars also. We are following this like newly appointed queen as she's like coming into her kingdom, coming into her life as a queen and trying to like find her way. She has an assassination attempt by her, and then she's like really drawn to this assassin who she takes prisoner and ends up making a deal with him where he'll be her bodyguard for a certain period of time because she believes that her advisors are the ones who are trying to kill her. So if he acts as her bodyguard for this time, he will be released and go free back to his people. I liked it a lot. So I need to pick out my prompts for both of these, which I have my little journal spread. I did also do some journaling today. So, okay. So I think I'll do the knife to throat trope for the Frost Queen's Blade, because there's definitely a few scenes of that. And what else? So Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate. We can do Fated Mates for that. That actually works because they are like, yeah, mates, like, or set to be mates in this one. Like they recognize each other as mates. So that works for Fated Mates. So I have 6 books read for Romantasy-a-thon. I do think I have another one that I haven't actually like included on my list yet. So I might have another one that I can take a look at later and add to this. But we have 6 out of 35. So I have like a crazy amount of Romantasy books to get through. And that is like one of my major goals, is to get all of this checked off. I want to try to get a bunch this week so that I'm not like reading over 30 next month. That's going to be a goal for sure. So I did finish those. Now, what else am I reading? What else am I reading? Okay, so I started A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley. This one I'm going to use probably from my retelling, but I'm really excited to read that one. Reading Blood Oath by Morgan Bealey for a new romantasy release vlog. And then I also have Beneath Black Sails, which is going to be the Who Did This to You June book. So I have all those 3 on the go right now. I'm reading a few other books. I have The Ministry of Time right now and Spice Gate. So these are 2 new sci-fi books that I need to finish by Friday because I have a video I want to go up then that I'm reading both those. So I have those that I need to finish like in the next 2 days, get that video filmed and up. So that really should be my focus right now. I just kind of like, I'm feeling very much in this romantasy mood and not wanting to like kind of veer away from it. So that might be more of a focus tomorrow, is to try and get through those because I'm halfway through The Ministry of Time. It's just one that I'll have to focus on eventually. So yeah, that's just some reading updates. I'm gonna read for bed. I might check in later before bed. We'll see. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be continuing on some of these books. Okay, so it is my lunch break on Friday and we have lots to catch up on. Yesterday I did 0 updates. I just was not feeling it, but I read a bunch, so we at least have that. And we're about to go into a weekend readathon, so I'm gonna be just kind of reading my own stuff today. Just kind of continue on reading things today, and then probably later on tonight I will be getting really into like this romantasy readathon. So yesterday, I can't remember if I talked about it before, but I finished reading The Tyrant Alpha's Rejected Mate. It was fine. It's like 3.5-ish stars. Yeah, just a decent shifter romance, which I tend to really like. Like shifter romances are one of those things that I'll always pick up. Then I did 0 updates on it, like didn't say anything, but I read the entirety of Ashes of the Sun yesterday. Loved this. This was I think it's an indie fantasy book that it's kind of hard to describe, but there's this world that previously, I think it had like, well, they say they're like the chosen ones. I think they're kind of like godlike beings who previously had been in this world. They'd fought in this huge war. They've disappeared for 400 years. I don't know if disappeared or just died due to old age, but they fought in this war against like these creatures. I guess they're ghouls, and there's all these like magic remnants that are remaining and a big fight against all of this. So we're following a pair of siblings. The younger one, Maya, when she was 5 years old, a member of this order who were like magic users, the enforcers, that kind of thing, came and grabbed her because she was having like a bunch of illnesses that couldn't be healed, and they recognized that she has this thing inside of her that basically is like she's able to do this magic. So she was taken away from the family at 5, but her older brother, who was 8 at the time, could tell that she really didn't want to go. He didn't want her to go. Nobody in the family wanted her to go. This was just kind of like that only solution so she would actually live. So at 8 years old, he decides to try and fight this gigantic guard magic user who's like the most elite like thing ever, and he stops this like magic user and ends up in punishment. The Centaurian, what they're called, like rips his eye out and leaves him kind of to die. He ends up living, and he ends up becoming like this notorious bandit who's known as like half mask because he wears a half mask so people won't recognize his one eye, like all this stuff. And he is fighting to try and bring down this like government, this world, the entire order that they have. And his younger sister, who'd been brought away to be trained, she has grown up her entire life being trained as one of these order members, and she's kind of on the verge of becoming like a Centaurian, which is like a full member, I guess. And we're also following her on one of her first missions away from her mentor. Really liked it. Give this one 4 stars. For some reason I thought going into it that it'd be like very dense and hard to read, but it was like incredibly readable, very, very easy to get into, not like an intensely complicated world building to like really have to think about. I really enjoyed it. I thought this was like a great fantasy read. So I read that yesterday. I also today, like yesterday at work and today, I've been listening to, what's it called? It's one of Cassandra Clare's books in one of the one of her series. I'm trying, like 2 years ago I set this goal for myself to catch up on all of Cassandra Clare's books because so many people just, you know, love her Shadowhunter world. And I had read the original series and Mortal Instruments. Is it Mortal Instruments? Dark Artifice? The one that takes place in the 1800s. I'd read both those and really enjoyed them, but that was back when I was a teenager. So I reread all those, and now I'm finally going on to her new stuff. Not new, like 10 years ago stuff. So what series is this called? So I'm listening to Lord of Shadows right now, which is book 2 in this trilogy. And yeah, this is one that like I really want to get finished this month, just to have another one like off my reading shelf, because I think I started listening to this one a year ago on audio, and it's one of those where like I'm getting free through Libby. So I'll listen to like 2 or 3% and then the hold will expire and I will get it back in like 3 months time, listen to another few percent, let it go back again. So I've been kind of listening to it like over the course of a year and I hate that. I hate that for myself. So I finally like, okay, I need to actually focus on this. I want to get it off out of my hair. I want to like kind of continue on and actually finishing off reading these. So I am now 29% into that one. Enjoying it. It's like YA stuff isn't really for me, but I do have like a special place in my heart for all these Cassandra Clare things. So I'm enjoying that one, but that's kind of like where I'm reading. And I think those are all my reading updates. I'm kind of doing terrible of like, I have a bunch of vlogs that I want to get as much progress on as possible this week so that next week, well, this weekend I can start editing them and then have everything ready for next week. But we'll see how today goes. I also have a little bookmark haul. So this is bookmarks and stickers, and I have a bunch of different ones from different shops that I've kind of just been throwing all together. So I'll do a little haul of these. Yeah, I have like 3 different stores that I've just been like putting these all together to haul. So first off, these are for the Amazing Readathon, which I have been participating in this month. So this is just a general one, and this is for Team Sci-Fi. These only came in like last week, which is unfortunate because I really would have loved to have like been using this the entire month, but I definitely need to have like do up some pictures and post on Instagram because these are gorgeous. The quality is fantastic too. Yeah, just really, really impressed with the quality of these. And I'll try to link all of these shops down below, just if you're interested in any of this. Then I have a bookmark for Summerween, which I am so intensely impressed by this one. This one's so cool. So we have like little artwork, your reading list, and then all of the prompts down here for the readathon, which is going to be so convenient. So I'm participating in Summerween this year. Oh, and this is by Bookmarks by Alicia. But I think that this is gonna be the first year that I'm actually just gonna like daily vlog everything. I think that I probably should be able to do this year, and that's the hope. Like I'm really wanting to challenge myself to try that. So there'll be like a new vlog of every day of the readathon. Well, maybe a day or two delay, but there'll be a vlog for every day of the readathon. And yeah, I'm incredibly excited for this. This is fantastic quality. It's like really thick and like really floppy. It's nice. It's a really nice bookmark. From a Quebec company. This is just from L'Armoire des Profs. Just some little plants that I use in my book journal for like my reading shelf pages, which I hate how those look, but I'm trying to like add some more fun things into it. And then I have a huge haul from Book Babe Designs, which is one of my favorite bookish merch site. The only issue with them is that they do like limited time drops. I'm actually wearing a shirt from them too, but they do very limited time drops. So you kind of have to pay attention to what's constantly being released. And sometimes it sucks where it's like, there's only a few things at a time you want. Sometimes things sell out, and sometimes you can miss things, unfortunately. So I try to stay very on top, like what's coming out and paying attention. So I have a bunch of stickers, a bunch of bookmarks, and let's go through these. So these are also, there was like a limited release of all this, but they're also on sale for like, you buy 3, you save a certain amount of money, whatever. So I got a bunch. We have Smells Like a Brand New Book, A Sucker for Smut, and A Sucker for Vampires. These are cute. Slow Burn. I actually have a t-shirt from them that's like pretty much this design as well. If it's not why choose, I don't want it, you know, of course. And then a few little ghosty designs. So I don't know if this was my mistake, but I accidentally got 2 of these. That might have been my fault. I might have ordered it twice, but it's I Heart Books. These are cute. I might put one on my laptop. And then a little thriller ghosty. I was thinking for my Summerween spread in my reading journal, this could be really cute because it's like a little ghosty with some stabby things. Could work well. And then bookmarks. So here is a Christmas inspired one, which, well, Christmas wintry. Don't really have any holiday inspired things like that because I'm not really big on the holidays, but figured it could be fun for this year. This is more spring, so it's like books, flowers, butterflies. I Heart Smut. I'm trying to I want to do like more pictures on Instagram too with like fun bookmarks and stuff. Some cherries. I just really like the look of this one. And then basically the same as the stickers I got. So A Sucker for Vampires and A Sucker for Villains. So again, I think like super cute for pictures and everything. So that's my little bookmark haul. My reading update for today. I am going to go make some food. So for the rest of the day, I'm planning on mostly just listening to Son of Darkness, if that's what it's called. And then after work, I have to work out. I have to go to the library. I really need to go to the library tonight. Like I have books that I need to pick up today, no matter what. And there's some that I'm really highly anticipating. And also a few that like I have tracked out that I know I'm not going to read. So I need to do the library today. I need to work out, and otherwise I think just read. Like I don't really think there's much else that I need to do. We are going away for the weekend, so maybe I should for that. But there's also the morning, you know. So I'm going to go read something, I'm going to go eat something, and then I'll probably not check in again until after work later. Okay, time to head to the library. So I'm bringing back Intercepted because I don't actually want to read it. It's like a woman dating an NFL boyfriend. He has been cheating on her. Then she finds another quarterback to date. Don't really want to read it, I decided. And then I'm going to return One Perfect Couple because I do have a copy of it physically that I got in book months, so don't need this anymore. Plus, I think it's due. So those are the only two that I'm bringing back. I also have out High Mountain Court. I think this is a fantasy romance. Lore Olympus Volume 5. 5 Broken Blades, which I think is due soon, so I should really prioritize this one. And then The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islandon. Really want to read it because The Will of the Many was such a fantastic book. So I really need to make some time and actually prioritize that. And then I think I have about 3 holds that came in today, so I'm gonna go grab those now, maybe a coffee, and just go for a little walk. So I will take you guys along with me. I have a copy. It's about 4:30 right now, right? But let's go over books I got at the library. So I had three on hold. 2 graphic novels, Bad Dream, A Dreamer's Story, and Homebody. Both these are relatively short, I think under 200 pages each. So I might actually try to finish them this weekend. And the other book I had on hold was The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. It's a new release fantasy, a novel full of magic, adventure, and romance. It opens up a thrilling world of contemporary fantasy for readers of The Midnight Library, The Invisible Life, Addie LaRue, Midnight Circus, and any modern story that mixes the wonder of the unknown with just a tinge of ness. I'm hearing good things about this one, so I wanted to pick it up. Also, I'm really trying to stay on top of my new fantasy releases, so this one works. And then the 2 that I picked out, so Old Man's War by John Scalzi. So I think that in this world, so humanity, when you reach a certain age, you're sent to war, or you have the option to go to war. So when you reach retirement age, you join the Colonial Defense Force. They don't want young people. They want people who carry the knowledge and skills of decades of living. You're taken off Earth and never allowed to return. And if you survive your 2 years, you'll get a homestead on one of the hard-won colony planets. Really interesting, this one. I think that John Scalzi does really humorous sci-fi kind of books. So for the most part, I've really enjoyed what I've read from him. Also, this is on a list that I'm going to be working on for a video I have planned in December. So yeah, might as well get started now, get a few months ahead of that. And the last one I picked up, it's by Brian McClellan, In the Shadow of the Lightning. This one sounded interesting. So magic is a finite resource, and now it's running out in this brilliant new fantasy. I don't think I've read anything by him. The name is really familiar. I just don't know if I read anything else from him. He had there's a bunch of series there by him. Just one of the ones I was interested in, it said it was a second installation in a world, so I didn't want to pick that up. But I don't know, I'm not seeing his other works. The Powder Mage Flintlock Fantasy series. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really heard. I recognize the name. I just don't. I can't think of what it is, but this sounded pretty interesting. So yeah, just a little library haul. So tonight, I want to read a lot. Realistically, I'm probably going to watch a movie with Simon and not get much done, but I would like to get through some, one of my graphic novels. I do also have, checked out on my e-reader, I have Garlic and the Witch by Brie Paulson, which is the second installation kind of in the series of this witch who has animated vegetables, and it's just a really cute little graphic novel. So I want to read that tonight. Song of the Mark by S.M. Gaither. That I have that checked out, and it is due back tomorrow. So I'm debating if I want to try and read that right now, or try and read it tonight, because the wait to get it I think is about 12 weeks. So I kind of feel like I should try, very actively try to finish it tonight and see. It's just one of those, I don't want to get halfway through it and then have to wait 12 weeks to finish. So I'm debating if I want to work on that. It's 382 pages, so I might actually be able to finish it tonight/tomorrow morning. And is there anything else on here? I have a few other ones. I have The New Couple in 5B by Lisa Unger, and that's due in 4 days, so I might actually want to try to finish that one too. And that's 328 pages, so I kind of have to pick one of those. And then on Kindle Unlimited, I'd like to make some more progress in some of the other books I have there. I'm still reading Black Seas, Blood Oath, and also A Ship of Bones and Teeth by Karina Halley, which I don't know if I've mentioned that one, but it's a Little Mermaid retelling. Really good. So I have a lot of books on the go. Also Ministry of Time, which I'm waiting for another video. So I have a lot that I want to read tonight. I don't, like, realistically, there's no way I'm going to get through this many, but I want to try and read as much as possible as I can. It'd be great. Like, I think if I can finish at least one graphic novel, that would kind of give me like the momentum to keep going. And it is officially the start of the Summer of Romantasy 48-hour readathon. So maybe I should just go to the Song of the Marked and like all my Kindle Unlimited books and like really try to focus on those. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that. I just kind of want to get down on my library, like books I have checked out at the library, because there's a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna finish off this update. This has been way too long, and I'm just gonna dive into reading something. So, hi. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but I am now coming to you on Monday. And yeah, I haven't updated since Friday night. And yeah, it ended up like the weekend got away from me. We went away for my boyfriend's birthday and we just kind of like, I don't know, I didn't have any chance to read. I didn't have any chance to do anything. I didn't feel like picking up a camera. I didn't feel like doing it. And yeah, I really have not read anything except aside from like what I did on Friday night. We went to a VR thing on the weekend too, which I think I'll have some videos up from it, but it was hilarious. We were like slaying a dragon, and it's honestly the funniest thing ever to see like what we were seeing versus what you could see from us in the room, because it was fun. We were like killing orcs and slaying a dragon, but when you see the video of us just standing in a room, we look so ridiculous. But the books that I did read on Friday, so I can't remember if I updated, but I finished reading Garland the Witch, which just the cutest little graphic novel. Like, not a lot of substance to it, nothing that insane, but it was just adorable. And I'm giving that one 4 stars. It's like, I feel weird sometimes giving a graphic novel that really doesn't have substance, doesn't really like have much going on aside from the fact that it just like made me feel really like warm and cuddly, like such a high rating. But it was great. Like, I really enjoyed it. And then I read Lore Olympus, which is nice. It was like we had our fire going, so I just sat outside and read. Giving this one 4 stars too. This is volume 5. I don't know, I think there's only gonna be 6 or 7 editions. I'm not sure, but I'm really enjoy this one. Like, I love the art style, I love the storytelling, I love all that, and like I really enjoy reading these. So, but I do think like we're getting towards the end of it. And I started and DNF'd Song of the Mark, the one by S.M. Gaither. Is it Song of the Mark? I think that's what it is. I don't know. This was just, it was a fantasy romance. It really was doing nothing for me. Like, this is another one, like, I kind of really question myself when I see like the ratings are intensely high on this book. It has like a 4.5 average rating on Goodreads, and like I DNF'd it because I was thinking like this may be a 2 stars at the most. I got like 70% into it too, and it got to that point where it doesn't keep going. And yeah, we're just following like a band of like thieves who get brought in to do something that's the worst like explanation ever, but they end up being brought in by the king to like do this mission to acquire something for him. And that's really all I have to say about it. Like, couldn't really remember any of the characters. None of it was sticking in my head. There was nothing interesting going on with it. Like, nothing that actually was captivating my interest or made me like remember anything about this book. So yeah, it's only like 2 stars, but I did DNF it. And it was also partially DNF because the hold was expiring on Saturday afternoon, and Friday night I got like 70% into it, and then I was just like, I don't care. I don't want to keep going. I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it on time, and I also don't care if I do finish it. So I'd rather just completely say DNF now instead of like waiting the 12 weeks for the copy to come in and then at that point say like finish it and give it 2 stars. So yeah, we're DNFing that one. It's out. But I'm gonna finish this drop off here. So I feel bad that I didn't vlog anything at all this weekend. And also I didn't really get to any of where I didn't like accomplish any of the goals I wanted to, which I didn't really set any goals, but just I wanted to read a lot more than I did this week. So yeah, we'll have next month to try some more. But thanks for watching. There'll be tons of other videos up soon if you're interested, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.